So I'll be starting with something important from exam point of view, so which will help you in your examination tomorrow. Firstly, to score well and get exemptions and in rank, the very first thing is for you to be eligible to sit for the exam. Now, when I say eligible means what? There are certain important documents that you need to carry with you in your examination. Only then you can sit and give in the exam in the center. So very first thing that you require is your admit card. You require your admit card. You can download it and keep it with you. The next thing you require is your identification I-card, driver's license, Aadhaar card, PAN card, it is important. And third, a COVID declaration certificate you require to sit for the exam. This self-declaration form, if you don't have, I have put it in the description, or you can find it in any of the Telegram groups. I have given the link for the Telegram group as well. Now, being a professional examination, I want to give you some important tips to score really well in these exams. First, you don't have to reach on time. You have to reach before time. Since it is your first paper, you have to remember that if there is any, you have to keep some time gap to call your family, to call your parents, to call your brothers, in case if there is any document that you are missing or some important thing that you've forgotten to get. So reach before time in the exam hall. Make yourself comfortable. Second, when you get your question paper, read the question paper properly. One of the important thing is to choose the right answer which you want to select, which will give you the maximum marks. जिसका तुम्हें you have good knowledge, you have a good command over the language, and all the sub questions you can answer well. This is very important tip because it's possible you might not know one of the question. So choosing your options correctly is very important. Next, very important point, I want all of you all to take a break. Listen to this, what I'm going to tell you. First, your normally questions are for 5 marks, 5-mark questions. You have to ensure that you finish your paper. Many people, being the first paper, don't know, keep writing and writing, don't know how many pages to make, right? I'll give you a very simple answer to this. Your 5-mark question should finish in 7 minutes. You have to carry a watch, time yourself, and see that in 5 minutes, 5-mark question, you have to finish it in 7 minutes. In 5 minutes, you will start wrapping up your answer and then quickly move ahead. जब भी तुमने exceed किया 7 minutes, whenever you exceeded 7 minutes, remember that you will have lesser time to attend other questions and you may not complete your paper. So this is very important. Second, it is possible that you must have not studied all chapters. तुमने सब chapters नहीं पढ़े होंगे. Don't leave any chapter. No chapter should be left because questions can be framed from anywhere. So then how do I do it one day before the exam? Remember, at least read the lesson roundup of every chapter. हर chapter का जो lesson roundup होता है towards the end, you have to read that of everything. You have to read the past exam questions of every single chapter, and you need to know the basics of all chapters. There are so many YouTube videos. You can go and check your YouTube video. You should know the how much time will it take to get a basic idea of one chapter. Small chapter that you must have left. 15 minutes. Spend that time because it can really help you to pull up your marks, sometimes even clear. Third, you need to have the mindset of a champion throughout all the papers. Means what? These are professional level papers. They expect you to be a professional. They want you to be a champion. Means what? It is possible that one paper is difficult. So you have to understand, अगर तुम्हारे लिए tough है, if it is difficult for you, it will be difficult for everyone. Even in my attempt, there were papers which was very difficult. I told myself that if it is difficult for me, it is difficult for everyone. Those questions you need to write more. Keep writing till the very end. Don't stop writing. Keep a mindset has to be that the paper will be easy, the correction will be easy, I'm going to clear. This is very, very simple papers. Trust me, when you see, you will realize that these are so simple and such easy questions that they ask. Talk to positive people only. Very, very important. Anyone who ends up scaring you, ye padha ke nahi, did you study this or no, this is going to come, leave all of them. Just focus on few positive people who tell you impossible is nothing and it's going to be very simple, you're going to clear. Next, another when while writing the paper, moment you get the answer paper, you have to start writing. When you start, keep your mind clear. एक clarity of thought होना चाहिए of the points. Memorize the answer before you start, because the start of the paper, the book is judged by its cover. The start of the paper has to be beautiful, it has to be awesome. उस टाइम पे एग्जामिनर शुड फील दैट दिस इज दी पेपर, ये रैंक होल्डर का पेपर है, दिस इज द रैंक होल्डर्स पेपर. द स्टार्ट impression should be good. So choose your questions wisely with which you start and put the numbering properly. Okay, quote the questions and answer properly. Means what? If you're writing question number 1 A, so write it properly. Then 2, then you can write this as B. Some people, I've seen some students, they write question 1A, then they will write question 1B properly. So quote it properly. Don't confuse the examiner with what answer you're doing. So these are the general important tips for your examination. Wins. I always tell myself I will be number one. The number one spot is reserved for me and I am going to succeed. And whenever I have that mindset, I always win. Same way, you keep a positive mind that you are going to succeed. It's going to be easy and you're going to come number one. Now coming to specifically for the GIGL subject, jurisprudence, interpretation and general laws, some important tips I want to give you. Now obviously don't leave any chapter, all the chapters you need to know. If you have skipped any chapter, leave the lesson roundup, past exam questions, call up a friend to give you a brief summary. Okay, but you cannot go without knowing any chapter. Now another important tip is, this is your question paper pattern. You get an option only in question 2 and 2A and question number 6 and 6A. Rest all are compulsory. Okay. But I am most concerned for you is in question number 5. There are 2 questions which will be for 8 marks. There will be 2 questions which will be for 8 marks each. This you need to crack. Before I get into that, let's talk about the others. All the others are for 5 marks, 4 marks, 4 marks, 4 marks, 4 marks. Means if you know the basic knowledge of that topic, you can pull off. अगर तुम्हें थोड़ा बहुत भी पता है उस टॉपिक के बारे में confidently, तुम आंसर पुल कर सकते हो. You can manage a 1 or a 2. So know something of everything. Know something of every topic, of everything, and of every particular chapter and subtopic. Now coming to the important point of how do you crack and how do I want you this 8 mark is the most important. Question number 5. Now question number 5, 8 marks each. I'll take you to question number 5. Every time you will notice one thing, that in question number 5, this is your past exam question, they asked 2 questions will be of 8 marks each. Always there is a question of Constitution of India. So even if I go in the next one, you will see a 8 marks each. Constitution chapter is always there. Okay. So in this it was not there, but in most of them you will see that in 8 marks at least one question is of Constitution of India. So again this was of Constitution of India. Again this is of Constitution of India. So in question number 5, mostly the pattern is that they ask a Constitution of India or a IPC question for sure. Okay. This is also Constitution of India, 8 marks each. Here again they have asked Constitution of India, 8 marks each. So question number 5, there is a high probability in your exam also for 8 marks they are going to ask you a Constitution of India related question. तो करना क्या है? What do you have to do? Constitution chapter you read properly in a way that you also develop the language. उसका language भी आना चाहिए. You should know the legal language for it as well. And in Constitution of India, there are 3 important articles. Article 14, 19, 21 and writs. They are always very important. High probability that it comes in your examination. Also, I feel that a question can be framed and come from Arbitration and Conciliation Act, because from many attempts it's not come for high weightage, but it's a very important chapter. So do this chapter properly. High chance that a good amount of questions come from here. So this is it from my end. I wish you all the very best. Do join the Telegram group for updates. And I'm just going to call in Samina ma'am. She also wants to wish you all the very best and give her tips as well.
Hi everyone. Okay, all the best for tomorrow's exam. Just one small tip I want to give you all. Try and write case laws wherever you can and make your presentation look good. If it looks good, okay, it is bound that you will get more marks than anyone else writing the same content, but it doesn't look good. Write in points, very important. Okay, write pointers, write as much as possible. Wherever possible, put in case laws, highlight the case laws. If you know the sections, then only write the sections. Okay, if it is tough for everyone. Your aim is to do the easy part. The whole paper can't be tough. There will be some parts which are easy. Do the parts which are easy first. Okay, do the easy first. That's about it. We all have appeared for the exam. Don't get stressed. All the best, guys.